What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the JBT podcast, episode number 14.
14.
And me and Jared here this evening. Steve said he might be able to join. Who knows though about him?
Yeah.
He's always up in there.
Yeah.
So we'll see if he shows up. Don't be shocked.
Yeah. We got real
yeah.
football to talk about. So
Oh man, I'm excited.
So
Week 1
excited.
NFL, first game this Thursday. I'm pumped.
It's a good game too.
Kansas City and Baltimore.
Yep.
Real good game to open the season.
Kansas City played in the first game last year too.
Yeah, Detroit beat them, didn't they?
Yeah. I guess they might do the Super Bowl winner first game every year.
I think so. So I'll say they'll probably get their rings and all that, do the ring ceremony.
Do you want to do our division rankings real quick? That way it gives Steve a little more time. Maybe he can.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
Let me get mine pulled up.
So we're gonna go ahead and finish up. We were doing it one at a time, but we got behind. So we're just gonna go ahead and finish with the AFC South and the AFC West. That's our last time we done the East. So we're gonna finish it out here. I'll let you go first because I still gotta do some.
Okay.
Some deciding.
We'll start out with the AFC South. That last spot, I got the Titans.
Mm-hmm.
And these next three spots here, except for the first, I'll say in a second. Third, I got Colts, Jags for second.
Okay.
And the first spot was Texans. But I think those top three teams I think it could be a pretty tight race.
Yeah.
I think, Houston, everybody's expected them to win. And what's it? Yeah, I think they're expected to win that division, but I think they could be tested pretty good with the Jackson Colts. I think they'll be really improved this season. I kind of had tough ranking those 2 and 3 spots.
Yeah. I think it's really. You had Jags too, right?
Yeah, 2.
Okay, so I have Titans 4th, but I think they could be kind of sneaky. They got a lot. I think they have a pretty good.
That's what I'm saying. That I had tough ranking that whole division, but I think Houston's going to win it, but I don't think it's going to be easy.
They have a good veteran defense, and their receivers are good too, because they got Ridley.
They got Boyd this year. They picked him up,
and Hopkins, and that Treylon Burks is still there. I mean, I think if they play Will Levis,
Hopkins is going to be hurt though, ain't he?
Is he hurt? Yeah, he might.
I don't know. That's what Steve told me. I drafted him. I had no idea.
Oh, well. But I think I wouldn't be surprised if they even finished
that's what I said.
they could be easily 9 and 8.
Those 3 slots, I wouldn't be surprised if you had
Either.
everyone flip flop. But I do think Texans are going to win that division.
Yeah, I have Titans, then Jags, then Colts, then Texans. I think the Colts run game is going to be so good, and even if they're not the greatest passing team.
Yeah.
I'm
interested to see how Richardson's going to play this year. I think he's going to be a pretty good quarterback.
And the thing is, this Division 2, I don't think any other team really has a crazy run defense. So, that's
in that division,
games,
yeah.
6 games for them that they could just, run all over the place. I feel like, and their offensive line is good too. So, I don't know. You never know. That is a tough division to rank. But
yeah, for sure.
Basically the same. I just got Jags flipped with the Colts.
Yeah, and I almost put the Colts there, but I just I just went Trevor Lawrence, so I went for 2.
That's part of me wants to flip him just because Trevor Lawrence, but
that's the main reason I did.
Yeah, I guess we will see soon enough. We'll go on then to the AFC West, and this is our final one. We'll get Steve's. I'll get his and put it on the screen at some point, or he can tell us later if he joins. But who you got? AFC West. I wonder who you got.
Man, I want to have somebody else number 1.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah. It ain't happening though.
I really can't see it happening.
No.
Not yet.
This is like
I got
the one that I'm most confident in who's going to be number one. I think out of the whole NFL.
I got yeah, oh yeah, for sure. I got Denver last spot.
Okay.
I just don't think they're
Yeah.
ready for nothing at all.
They're not. No.
I mean,
No.
they got Bo Nix. I think he might have potential to be a decent quarterback.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how he's going to play, especially paired up with Sean Payton.
Yeah.
I think Sean Payton's a good coach, especially for a young quarterback.
Yeah.
No, I think he and Russ Wilson had it out for each other just because he's a veteran. He came, they both won Super Bowls and stuff, and I just don't think they got along and they didn't mesh well.
Right.
But I got them last spot. I got the Raiders third.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put Chargers at 2 above them. Just they got Harbaugh, the coach now. Herbert, he's coming back in healthy.
Yeah.
And I think if anybody was to win that division, I'm gonna say the Chargers, but
Yeah.
they're not. I don't think.
No.
But Kansas City's obvious number one to win that division.
What? You got Kansas City one?
What? You crazy?
This guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, Pat Mahomes, he owns that division, man.
Yeah, he really does. Probably more than.
I don't think. I think it's still on a streak right now, but I don't think he's ever lost. What is it? An away
Yeah, it was an away.
Divisional game.
Did that stop last year though? Because remember they played the Broncos when the Broncos were like doing really bad. Do you remember that game? And Mahomes had like, I want to say he threw
did he lose at Denver?
I don't. But then part of me thinks that like they played terrible, but they still ended up winning because.
Well, let's just say if he did lose that game, then he was like
yeah, still yeah
like 30 some and 0.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, it's a crazy number. Like he'd never lost a divisional away game. Like that's nuts.
The away game.
Even if your division ain't the best, that's still crazy. That's crazy tough.
Mm-hmm. Again, I have Broncos last place too. I think same reason you said, they're just not ready. I mean,
yeah,
they just don't have enough pieces to compete. Really, not enough talent. But they do have a good head coach, young quarterback. So I mean, in a few years,
and that certain defense, he's tough.
Yeah. And then I have my two middle ones flip flopped again. I have the Chargers third and the Raiders second.
Wow, that's actually crazy coming from you. I feel like you're such a big Herbert fan.
I'm not. I wouldn't call myself like a fan of him. I just think he gets underrated really bad because he's like all the weapons he's had.
Still shock to me.
Everybody acts like the weapons he had has been like top of the league. But I mean, if we're all being honest,
he's not had crazy.
No, it's not been very, very good.
And his coach, at all, really.
His coach before now did not help him at all. I mean, he was going for like forward on like 4th and 15 because the stats said you should or something like that. I don't know. Man. But and then I have the Raiders right above them. I think the Raiders D line is going to basically carry their defense. And besides the Chiefs, this defense this division is really weak. So, I mean, out of these bottom three, if the Raiders defense gets going and their offense can just kind of, be average, and they do have a good running back, that Zamir White, I think is how you say it.
Yeah.
They've got him. They've got Brock Bowers. I really think they'll use from the preseason. I mean, I know it's preseason.
I'm curious to see how well he does.
But the way they were lining him up, I think I seen a video, and it said in the first drive of the preseason, Brock Bowers lined up in 8 different spots on the field.
Wow.
Like he lined up at fullback, tight end, slot receiver, out wide.
So he's going to be playing.
They even had him
anywhere.
They even had him at like halfback one time, like all the way, like in I formation. They had him in the back. I'm pretty sure.
Dang.
So I think and they have the other tight end, Michael Meyer or whatever that they drafted the year before last. So
Notre Dame.
Yeah, I think
I believe.
that'll be a good little duo, kind of just something to keep an eye on. I think, and then I actually have the Chiefs first too, if you can believe
Actually,
it.
the Chiefs.
If you can believe it,
Shocker.
I have the Chiefs in first place. It's kind of crazy, I know,
I
but
know. Calm down.
I don't think there's I mean, there's not much you can say besides what
No,
you
I
said.
mean,
They own the division, and
the way that division is, yeah,
yeah, I don't ever see it. I don't see it changing
not this year anyway.
anytime soon, really. As long as Mahomes
No.
is in Kansas City, I don't. Do you think he'll be
Yeah, one of
there
them
his
teams
whole
is gonna have to
career?
get like extremely better.
Yeah. Do you think he'll be in Kansas City his whole career? I can't really see him in
I,
any other jersey, dude.
I do. I don't think he'll leave.
I don't think he will either. I mean, as long as they're this good, he literally has no reason to.
I don't. At this, yeah, I don't. At this point, I don't think he'll leave.
Yeah. I don't know. Some weird to think about. Um,
But who knows? I mean, I never thought Tom Brady would leave New England either. So
yeah. Yeah, it's true. You never know. Well, we got those out of the way kind of quick, so we will finally get to what we've been waiting for. Well, actual football is what we've been waiting for, but these have been, I think, the most exciting thing that we're gonna do.
just want to shout out too. Was watching college football over the weekend.
Oh yeah,
Steve had my boys USC getting beat by 2 touchdowns against LSU. Before the game, I sent him messages. I had proof. I said, "Man, you're crazy. We're going to handle them boys."
yeah,
And guess what? We did. Miller Mall
yeah.
threw for
That
like
was a good,
350 some
good,
yards.
good game too. Hey man, that
That's
SEC
great.
defense,
Yeah, shut them up, man.
that was a good game though. That really was. I watched. I think I watched it all the way through.
That first drive when they went for it on fourth and we stopped them,
Yeah.
that's what we've been missing these last
Mm-hmm.
few years.
Yeah. Well, I guess
Stuff
if
like
we're
that.
going to mention college football, I just want to say West Virginia is never going to win anything as long as Neil Brown is there. We could literally
Get them out
have
of there.
prime
Get them out of
Tom
Morgantown.
Brady playing against 20-year-olds and we'd lose because Neil Brown he's dude, and it kills me because he's like such a likable guy, and usually like with bad coaches like you don't really feel like you should like
He's
him, but he's like such a nice guy, dude. But I can't.
the
That
things
that
he's
doesn't win
done
games.
on the field.
Being nice is not how you win football games, unfortunately.
No, I don't care how nice you are.
Yeah, if it was, we'd probably have like 4 national championships in the last 4 years. But that's just not. I mean, dude, this like, you know, running it 2 times on first and second down and only getting 2 yards, and then throwing a screen to a tight end on the first drive when you're playing against Penn State, dude. I mean, what are you doing? What are you doing? I don't care. Our tight end is
I feel
good,
like
yeah.
it's year after year. It's always the same thing, man.
Yeah, you've heard me
You,
complain about the same things for
yeah.
4 years
Well,
now or whatever.
I don't. I'm not a fan of West Virginia like you are, but I notice that stuff when I watch it. Like
Yeah,
that dates back. I feel like it's just a West Virginia thing too, though.
yeah, yeah.
Because
But
that dates back to when I used to watch it with my papa. Growing up,
like
they would
Ricky
always just do the
Rodriguez
same
and
plays over and
yeah,
over.
yeah. Well, and dude, that's why I know a lot of West Virginia fans don't really like Dana Holgerson because he kind of just left. Because he said like he literally said like there's no talent in West Virginia, so I'm going to Texas. Basically, is what he said. But I know
Word
that
for
kind
word.
of left a sour taste in everybody's mouth. But dude, at least it was fun to watch when he was there.
Right.
I mean, if he was here right now, there's no doubt in my mind that we would, be in this playoffs with 12 teams, dude. Because I mean, when
Right.
he was here, we had Will Greer and, dude, even when we had like Skylar Howard, I don't even know if
Was
you
Gino
remember
there
him.
when he was the coach?
No, that was um, I want to say it might have been Rich Rodriguez, but that might have been.
Oh, that Rodriguez?
I think so. I know he was there when like Pat White was there,
Yeah.
and then Gino would have been like the next kind of era. So, but I'm not completely sure. Anyways,
Yeah.
dude,
Anyway.
if he was here right now, the team would be so much more fun to watch, and we would be winning games. I guarantee it. Our offense is like too talented to just.
I think it's time to move on.
I think it is too, but Apparently they don't because they just like signed an extension over the summer.
Did they?
Yeah, I think it was because it wasn't.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. I guess they like to lose, dude. I don't know.
Golly, man.
And then we got Pat McAfee donated us $1 million for our NIL stuff, and
I'll just go ahead and sign him as a coach.
yeah, dude. At least we'd be fun.
At least at least be fun.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, it's so like
Guarantee y'all have the best punter in the country.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Year in and year out.
Yeah, Garrett Green's gonna have the highest percentage of screen throws ever in the history of football, dude. But I don't know. Garrett Green did not play very well. I'm kind of sad because that's not how he usually plays, and that's like when most people were watching him that game. I mean, it kind of looked like he was like scared to run, and I think he was playing.
I didn't get to watch none of the game, so I have no idea.
I was
keeping up with it on ESPN though.
He was playing like scared to make a mistake, and he was just
Can't play scared.
Yeah, and it was just I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I thought for sure y'all was gonna be able to win that game.
Yeah, we should have, but our coach
No lie, or at least kept it close. Lose by a field goal. I never thought that.
Yeah. Well.
Oh well.
Hopefully we can win out the rest of the season or something after that game. But that's enough college football before I get mad.
Talk about some NFL.
Yeah, we'll move on to NFL here. I think what we're gonna do, I'm gonna like keep everybody's record and stuff. I'll put it up on the screen next week how we did, and then I'm also gonna do like a point. I'll keep a total points. You get 1 point for every game you get right. I mean, it's pretty simple. But I think we're gonna do if you pick a team that is an underdog by more than, what do you think, a touchdown? But anyways, if you pick underdog and they're big underdogs, well, you get 2 points for that game, basically. Thursday night matchup. Let's see. Ravens at Chiefs. NBC. Season opener. Mark, who do you got? And by how much?
Man, I thought about this for a good bit. It being at Baltimore.
No, it's at Kansas City.
You sure?
Mm-hmm. That's what NFL.com says. Ravens at Chiefs.
Let me double check this. I thought for sure it was at Baltimore. No, it's at Kansas City.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Well, duh. Yeah, they won the Super Bowl, didn't they?
Yeah, I guess that's how. I don't really know.
Maybe that's why. Yeah, I thought for sure it said it was in Baltimore. Dang.
Yeah. Well, here, I'll go ahead and give you mine. I don't care where it is. I'm taking Baltimore.
You don't care where it is?
No, I don't care. I think.
Dang.
Well, Kansas City, they start off kind of slow last year.
That's what I was going to say.
Super Bowl. I have Baltimore by 3. I think it's going to be within a field goal. So, and I don't know. I just think Baltimore, because at the beginning of the season, teams are just kind of, feeling it out, kind of, if that makes sense. That's why the Chiefs are so good at the end of the year, because they have such a great coach that knows how to adjust to, like, how his players play the best, if that makes sense. But I think earlier in the season, having a run game like Baltimore's just kind of gives you an advantage because, like
I'll keep it with what I have.
Yeah, you
that did play a big part of my decision. I ain't change points. I'll keep it the same.
Okay. So you got.
I got Baltimore by 4.
Okay, so almost the same, basically the same.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's a low scoring game though. I'm gonna go like 24-27. I guess that's not too low scoring, but
that's pretty mid.
Yeah, for the Chiefs, I feel like that's low scoring.
I was going 24-20.
Yeah, so about that. Steve obviously has to be different. in everything he does. He picks the Chiefs. He picked the Chiefs by 4. So he's not expecting a blowout either. I'm not going to speak for Steve, but I'm imagining it's just because it's the Chiefs and they just won the Super Bowl. I'm guessing that's probably why he picked that.
Yeah, I'm just banking on a slow start like they did last year. And Baltimore is really good. And they added Henry.
Yeah.
And they have a sour taste in their mouth from the playoffs.
Exactly.
So I think it's a good time for them to throw a jab back at them.
Yep. So we both got, me and Mark both have the Ravens. Yep. Shout out
Moving
Blake,
on.
Shout out Blake Kahn, the only Ravens fan I know, I think.
I know a couple more.
I don't know.
They're all over Facebook.
Yeah.
All over Facebook.
Yeah. All right, going on to our next game here. We have the Green Bay Packers. This says, this is the one in Brazil.
This is out.
Okay, because it just said versus. It didn't say like at or anything. So Green Bay versus Philadelphia. Nobody gets home field advantage, I guess.
Neutral siding.
Yeah, but it's actually on Friday. That's pretty cool. But it's on Peacock.
Yeah.
So
we got it every day this weekend, man.
Yeah. Yep.
Nice.
Thursday, Friday, NFL. Saturday,
Sunday,
college.
Monday.
Yeah. Let's see. I actually I took the Packers in this. I think.
Really?
Yeah, I took the Packers. I think.
By how many?
By 1. I think
by 1.
Yeah. So I mean, this is I think it's going to be a really close game. I think it could come down to like a, last second field goal. Maybe no. You know what? I'm going to call it right now. Okay. It's going to be 21-20. The Eagles miss an extra point somewhere along the way. That's how they end up getting 20.
Come back to bottom. Gonna come back to bottom.
No, they score on the last play but miss the extra point. That's what.
Gosh.
To send
bold prediction.
No, I got the Packers by 1.
Okay.
I like Jordan Love, dude. I think he's gonna. He was probably, I mean, he was like playing like a top 3 quarterback in the last, through the playoffs and the last, couple weeks of the season last year. I think.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna keep it up. I think the Packers, they don't have like a crazy good wide receiver, but they have so many like solid guys that you just like have to watch. And I guess Dobbs is going to be their number 1. I don't really know. I haven't kept up with it, but I just like how deep they are at tight end. I like their tight end too. Wait,
Musgrave's good.
Yeah, I like how deep they are at wide receiver, and I like their tight end. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, and they got Josh Jacobs. So, he led the league in rushing like 2 years ago, I think it was. So, you never know.
I'm same way. I got Green Bay.
Oh, you got Green Bay.
Yeah, I got them by 3.
Oh, okay.
I think it's going to be good. I'm a big fan of that Jordan Love too, as well. I think Philly expected to win, and it's a neutral siding.
Yeah.
First game of the year.
On our app, it's 67% Philadelphia. So
yeah,
I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a chance. I'm gonna say Green Bay might be able to sneak one in on them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think
I got Green Bay by 3.
Yeah. Steve, that game, he had Philadelphia by 5 actually. So he must be trusting in Jalen Hurts. I think them not having Jason Kelce is going to do more than basically any other team losing their center in like history.
Yeah, he's a good one, man. He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, that and the tush push, dude. I It didn't carry him
Yeah.
last year or the years before, but it definitely helped him out. Basically, like knowing that you're guaranteed 4th and 1, 4th and 2. I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of a little cheat code, but
Oh, definitely, most definitely.
yeah. Let's see. So the next game, if it's all lined up the same way, it is, I believe. Nice. We got the Falcons. No, Steelers at the Falcons.
Yeah.
So 1 o'clock game. I don't know how much that matters. um, I took Atlanta in this one. I dude, I don't know. I don't see it with Russell Wilson. I don't see it, and I don't see it with Justin Fields either. If you're in a quarterback battle with 35-year-old, 30 whatever year old Russell Wilson, and you're not winning,
Yeah.
and you were just drafted like top 5 or whatever, top 10, 4 years ago. That's not
You make
speaking
a
to me.
perfect case. Man.
That's not speaking to me much at all, really.
No. Talk about him like returning kickoffs.
Yeah.
I mean,
If you're-
get real, man.
If your future quarterback is in discussion of being a kickoff returner on the side,
That's not good.
no, I'm sorry. I know Steelers fans, are like hyping him up, like, oh man, he's, as soon as Russell Wilson is out, it's Justin Fields time. I mean, they'll say that, and then they'll be like, Mike Tomlin's the smartest guy ever, but he's the one that's starting Russell Wilson. So I don't know.
It's true.
I mean, I don't know what they want.
I ain't gonna lie, this was kind of a tough game for me.
Yeah. I only had Atlanta by 3, so.
And I got Atlanta by 3 also.
Yeah.
But I just about chose Pittsburgh just because I ain't crazy about Atlanta. I mean,
No,
I think it's gonna be a tough game. I really do. I think it's gonna be down to the
very
wire.
low scoring.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be tough. I think it's gonna be ugly.
Yeah.
But Kirk Cousins being on the Falcons, paired up with some young talent, new coach.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna be having more of an upside for the season. I think they get the opening day win. So, but it's gonna be tough and low scoring. Sure.
Steelers have a good defense. Falcons have a pretty good offense. Falcons have a bad defense. Steelers have a bad offense. So,
Be interesting.
Yeah, you kind of just pick.
But yeah, I also got Atlanta by 3.
Steve is also different. He's been different on every game so far. Steve took Pittsburgh by 6.
6.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest. I don't even know if Pittsburgh can score 6 points to begin with, dude. Steve must be thinking a 6-0 game to start off the season.
6-0 game.
But let's see. Next, we have
Next one.
Cardinals. Cardinals at Buffalo. Shout out Brian, our resident Bills fan. So, Mark, who you got on this one? I'll let you go first here.
Well, I think I'm different from you and Steve. I think I seen a message last night you sent.
Yeah.
That you all actually agreed to one.
Yeah,
I did. I do disagree on this one. I'm taking Buffalo by 6.
Yeah.
I know Buffalo. I don't see them being as good as they have been this year. But I think they're still going to be a decent team, and I think they're going to be much better than Arizona. I hate to say it, but
see, okay.
especially opening day at Buffalo. It's at Buffalo, right?
Yeah, it is at Buffalo.
Okay, I read that one right.
Yeah.
But yeah, give me the Bills at home.
Yeah.
By 6.
So here's I have Arizona, but okay, part of the reason is because I've been hopping them up all off season, so I can't not pick them in the opener. They could have played the Chiefs, and I probably still would have picked them just to stay.
Kinda had to.
Stand by
Say your
ground.
word.
Yeah. My thing is literally probably the only reasoning I have to this is every year I feel like there's one game where a team beats like a Super Bowl contender basically that shouldn't win or shouldn't even be close to them.
Yeah.
And I'm banking on this being the game. I think I like the Cardinals' offense, dude. I mean, I like Kyler Murray, dude. I like the run game. I think they have.
I don't see him
I
being
think
very relevant, man. Especially from last year. If he plays like he did when he first came in the league for the first like 2 years, then maybe, yeah.
yeah. Well, because
But
like
I ain't seen much
I don't
out
know
of
if it
him
was
lately.
his, I don't know if it was second year or third year or whatever. He was in MVP talk for like the
Yeah, I mean
first
they was
half of the
like
season,
undefeated there for
and
like
then I think he got
started out
injured or
9-0,
something. Yeah.
and
Um,
ever since he got hurt, you don't hear nothing about him.
yeah. Part of that is because I mean he's on the Falcons or the Cardinals and their defense, you know, they got Buda Baker, but
Well, what do you
that's
got
about it.
them winning by?
I have him winning by 3. Steve actually has him winning by 7. So,
Wow, Arizona
so
by 7.
hey, I mean, I'm happy
Wow,
for Steve. He's finally opened his mind a little bit and listened to
that's
one of my.
nuts.
I've actually
I don't see that at
persuaded
all.
Steve for once. I think I've either that or
You got in
Steve's
his
just doing
head.
that to go against Brian. I could also see that being the
Yeah, I
case.
could also see that.
um, but yeah, I like Arizona, man. I don't know, and it's nothing really against the Bills, but I don't know. I just feel it. You know, it's just one of those kind of things. Um, our next game is the Tennessee Titans at Chicago, playing against the Bears. Mark, who you got?
Taking Chicago by 3. I got
3.
Caleb Williams
Okay.
opening up the season with a win. Um, like we was talking about earlier, Tennessee. I think they might be able to be a sneaky team, but I don't see them
Yeah.
being very much better than the Chicago Bears. And all the
No.
weapons they put around Caleb Williams, I think he's going to shine.
Yeah. Um, I actually
You all know
have.
how I feel about Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
I think everybody knows about that. So
Yeah. Um, so I actually have. I'm the oddball out on this one. I'm taking Tennessee by 1.
wait,
My
so Steve took Chicago?
Yeah, by 8. He
Wow,
took him by 8, dude.
by 8?
Yeah, yeah. If you go on the app and go to like pool results and click on one of the games, it shows you like all of our picks too, and like
Oh,
by
okay,
how
I didn't
much
know
we
that.
picked them. Um, yeah, I got Tennessee by 1 point. The reason being is the Titans have a very veteran secondary, and I think Chicago's still going to be kind of, you know, I mean,
Yeah,
rookie quarterback, you got to figure it out, you know. And as great as Caleb is, and as much as I believe in him, I mean, you know, I'm not going to. Peyton Manning, his rookie season, like broke the interception record, and then look what he turned into. So I'm not going to,
Hall of Famer.
yeah. And I
Right?
feel
Yeah,
like
I
Caleb
understand.
is kind of that same like, you know, gunslinger, just go for it, you know.
He
And
takes a lot of chances. He
yeah,
does.
yeah, and but I mean, but on the other side of that, he doesn't let it, you know, get to him.
I
If
don't
he
let it
does
phase
it,
him.
yeah. So
He gets right back out there.
I mean,
Mhm.
that's why I only took him by 1. I just think the Titans, the veteran secondary, is going to give him problems. They got Awuzie. I assume he's playing. It says he's questionable, but they got Awuzie, L'Jarius Sneed. They picked him up too. I mean,
That's tough.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's 2 really good corners there. And then they also have Jamal Adams. He's questionable too. But then they have Quandre Diggs from. I think he put. Did he put? Was that the one from the Seahawks? Am I thinking of that right?
I'm not sure about him. Excuse me.
I think he's. Yeah, yeah, from the Seahawks, and he was good last year. So, um, yeah, I just think the secondary is going to give Caleb some problems in his first game. But I'm not saying Caleb's bad. I'm just saying he's a rookie. going against the veteran
Right.
defense. So, and Steve, I don't know if he has Chicago by 8. I think we already said that.
Right.
But
Yeah. Yeah, you said that.
our next game is the game I'm most excited for because I will be there.
Oh,
I will be
oh
there.
yeah. I forgot you're going. Yeah.
Yeah, I will be there. So,
Dang, I'm jealous.
yeah, we got them like last minute, dude. Last minute tickets.
Dang.
Yeah. Um,
Bengals and Patriots.
yep. Bengals and Patriots at Bengals.
What do you think?
I was generous to the Patriots. I only put Cincinnati by a touchdown by 7. Um, I mean, I hope Jamar plays because it's going to kind of suck if I go to a game and he's not playing.
I
But
think he will though.
I think he will too. But
But yeah, I hope.
I think it
I just
honestly
don't see him
doesn't even
sitting out.
matter. Honestly, I think it doesn't matter much because I think the Bengals are just better all around.
Yeah, I do too. I got the Bengals by 12.
Yeah. So, and obviously Steve picked New England by 3. Obviously, because why wouldn't he?
Get out.
Why wouldn't he? He did. He picked New England by 3.
You took New England by 3?
Yeah, I guess he's trusting Jacoby Brissett, dude. That's another thing, dude. I don't understand what they're doing with that because
Make that official
What do-
with him starting?
yeah,
They did?
yeah.
I
I
seen it was anybody's.
No, I think it was like last week sometime they posted that Brissett was the starter. I don't understand
Ew.
it though, dude. Because like,
I don't see that.
What are they waiting on? Other than Jacoby to have a bad game and then throw in Drake May when the fans are already mad.
I
And
even
then-
drafted number 1 or number
I know
3.
3. Yeah, I don't understand. I don't know what they're doing, but
I don't know.
what do I know? I'm just a guy who's
Oh,
talking
well.
about football. Let's see. All right, our next game here, we have the Houston Texans at Indianapolis. I think this is going to be one of the better games so far.
Divisional game too to open up.
Yeah, I think this could be one of the better games this week.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good game.
Mm-hmm.
But I do got Houston by 5.
By 5? Okay. Steve took Houston by 10, so he has no faith in the Colts.
Wow.
I actually
It's a divisional game, man.
Yeah, no, they don't go by that much most of the time, unless it's the Chiefs playing. But I'm the only one that took the Colts. I took them by 1 point. Kind of played it safe, I guess.
Like those 1-pointers, don't you?
Yeah, I like the 1-pointers. just so I can fall back on it and be like, well, I only picked them by 1, dude. That's a close game.
Right.
It is at Indianapolis. It is
Yeah.
at Indianapolis too, so that kind of, I mean, I don't know how much of a home field advantage they get, but Pat McAfee will be there.
I think
That's
it plays a
cool.
big part throughout the whole NFL.
Yeah, I think it does. I don't think there's like one team that doesn't, have a significant benefit from.
Yeah, especially divisional. I mean,
Oh,
I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
It's hard to win anywhere,
Mhm.
at your division.
Yeah, but I think I don't know. There's just something about the Colts this year that I like. I think their defensive line is really good too. I forgot his name. They drafted the first defensive player. Oh my gosh, I can't remember. He's got like a weird name, like one of them that's like fall.
I don't remember seeing that. I remember seeing them drafting that receiver from Texas, though.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good pairing for Pittman Jr.
Pittman, yep. Yeah, I don't know. I like the Colts by 1 there. We'll go on to the next game here. Wow, we actually all agreed on one for the first time.
Wow,
I think.
first time?
I believe
Wow.
this is the first time. So this is probably going to be the one that we get wrong.
Oh, let me switch mine real quick.
Yeah. Next game, Jacksonville at Miami Dolphins. Probably going to be a hot game, I would imagine. But it's not like Jacksonville's far away from Miami, I don't think.
State rivals.
Yeah. But we all have Miami. How much do you have in by, Mark?
I got Miami by 6.
Okay, well, I got Miami by 7, and Steve has Miami by 8. So,
6, 7, 8.
yeah. Uh, um,
Well,
I
if
could
Jacksonville
definitely,
does win, I was the closest to picking them. So
yeah, yeah. We'll give you a point for that.
well, I'll get a point for that.
No, I think Miami's just offense is just too good.
I do too.
So
Yeah,
I could see him winning by more than that, honestly.
I could too.
Just
But I'm
because,
afraid that's just a lot, giving a lot of points.
yeah.
That's tough to do.
And I feel like the last few years Miami has started off really hot too, at least offensively. I mean, they put up
Yeah,
what 70 points on the Broncos or whatever
they're
it was.
really good team in the regular season.
Yeah, yeah. But then they got to go play somewhere cold, and they can't do
Free how
it.
to play football.
They can't do it. um,
Next, it's not a very exciting game. I don't think.
no, I mean it's a divisional game. Give it that, I guess. Are you talking about Panthers at Saints? Is
Yeah,
that the one you got next? Yeah. We all agreed on this one too. Um,
yeah.
Looks like you and Steve took the Saints by 3. Is that right? Took them by 3.
Yeah, I took them by 3.
I took them by 6. Um, I think Bryce Young is going to do decent this year. I think he'll kind of have like a little bounce back. But I mean, really, what was he supposed to do last year with Adam Thielen as his?
I mean, that team's just very bad.
Yeah, they don't really have.
They need a lot of help.
Yeah, their defense is what's really bad. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And that line needs to be better for Young too.
yeah, yeah. I would say Young to be so small. Like usually with small quarterbacks, like the thing about them is they don't like throw over the middle of the field because they can't really see that good. Um, I mean, I know it's preseason or whatever, but he was. I mean, he was. It didn't look like he was scared like most smaller quarterbacks to throw it to the
Yeah.
middle, which is a good sign, I guess. I don't know. Not much to talk about that game, honestly.
Mm-mm.
Um,
Not
next
really.
game, we got the Minnesota Vikings at New Jersey, I guess, because that's where they play for some reason. Uh, the Giants. I think I had Minnesota by 3. Um, I just think they're a better team.
Yeah, I do too. And I think their starting quarterback is what, Sam Darnold,
Yeah, yeah,
because McCarthy's out for the year now.
yeah.
Um,
Which honestly could kind
yeah,
of be
I
like
think just
a good thing for him in the long run. I feel like
yeah. And Darnold, I mean, yeah, he's not the best, but
he's.
I think I'd rather have him over Daniel Jones.
Mhm. I think he's one of the. I mean, he's probably like a top 3 backup. I would say,
I mean, he's
and I don't know if he's technically
not
a
terrible,
backup, but because he's starting.
but
But
yeah, he starter this year. So.
yeah,
But yeah, I got Minnesota by 7.
yeah. And
I don't know.
Steve took the Giants by 4. I don't know why.
Interesting.
I don't know what he. I don't really know.
I just don't see a whole lot right there.
Yeah, I don't either. We talk about the Panthers having not a lot. I think the Giants are right there with them.
Yeah, especially giving away Saquon and stuff. I
The
don't know.
only way I see the Giants winning is if Malik Neighbors just like
Goes off.
goes off in his first game,
That's the only way I see it
like
too.
Jamar Chase did against the Vikings his first game. So it might happen.
It might.
That was
Well,
the
we will see.
yeah. Let's see now.
We will see. Another
Next,
divisional game, ain't it?
yeah. I didn't realize there were so many divisional games.
Yeah, I did not either.
Even though I went through all these already, but um,
I didn't pay much attention.
yeah, I didn't either. The Raiders at the Chargers. Mark, who you got?
I took the Chargers by 4.
Chargers by 4. Get the home field.
I did. Home field. Harbaugh's first game back in the NFL.
Yeah.
I think Herbert's going to have a good season.
I think he is.
And I just think they're going to get it done for the first game.
Yeah. I also think Herbert's going to play very good. Unfortunately, he cannot play defense for him. So I took the Raiders by 4.
Raiders by 4.
I think I like oh my gosh, why am I the coach, Chargers coach? Why am I blanking on his name?
Harbaugh?
Yeah, Harbaugh. Yeah. I think he'll be a good. Well, I mean, he was a good NFL coach, but he just went back to. I mean, he's just won everywhere. He's went. He's won, whether you like the
Yeah.
guy or not. he's a
He's a
he's a
solid
winner.
coach.
Yeah. But I think the Raiders' defensive line is going to have a field day because they have Max Crosby and they picked up the Christian Wilkinson.
Yeah,
I think.
Wilkinson.
And he was like a top 5 defensive tackle last year. So it's a pretty scary defensive line, I would say.
Yeah.
And I don't think the Chargers' offensive line is that great. I mean, they took that
They took a
tackle with their
he's
5th pick or whatever.
really good.
He's really good, but the
But
rest of their O line
see
is
if he can be able to do anything too.
yeah.
Different ball game in the NFL.
Yeah. And then in that one, Steve took the Raiders by 3. So, all right, moving on to our next game here, we have the Broncos at Seattle. This is another one we all agree with. Steve took the Seahawks by 5. You took them by 6, right?
Yeah, Seattle by 6.
And I took them by 7. So we done another.
5, 6, 7.
Yeah. Yeah. Not much to say here, I don't think.
No.
I mean,
Gino's going to get it done.
yeah. Yeah. Gino is like, I'm not just saying this because I'm a West Virginia fan. He's like he's been like the most solid quarterback. Like, not the greatest, but he's not really had a bad game in like the last 2
Won
years.
comeback player of the year last year, didn't he? Or most improved or something like that?
Yeah. I think it was comeback player. It might have been the year before last.
Was it?
I think he won it one time. I think I'm pretty sure.
Whatever it
I
was.
don't know
Last year,
when
year
it was,
before he
but,
won it. But,
yeah.
he's came alive
these last,
for his career again for the Seattle.
Yeah, I think Kenneth Walker is going to have a really good game. So if
He's
you got him
he's
on
very good
fantasy,
back.
start him.
Underrated back right there.
Yeah, he shaved his hair. He's like bald now, dude. He looks like an old man.
I ain't seen that.
He's all business now, dude. he's ready to have a breakout year.
Excuse me.
Our next game, we have the Dallas Cowboys at Cleveland. So, I'll let you say yours first.
Yeah,
Tough game.
But yeah, I'm taking Cleveland by 3 at home. Dallas coming in. I think most people expecting them to win. I think it's kind of a trap game for them. CD, all the hype, where he got his big money, his big contract.
Yeah.
I think that defense is going to give them problems. I like for Cleveland to come out with a win by close, but by 3.
Yeah.
I got them by 3.
I played it safe again. I only did Dallas by 1, which I guess playing it safe doesn't really matter because we're just going off of who wins and who loses. But I just
Playing it safe by 1.
I think, and I could honestly, this is probably one that I could change, probably, just because the Cleveland's defense is so good. And like in the NFL, they say if you don't get better, you get worse during the offseason, and
Yeah.
the Cowboys did not get better. So, I mean,
And I feel like too, like these last 2 years, they've gotten off to like a really good start. I feel like Dallas has, and I think they're due for this.
Yeah. But Steve had Cowboys by 7, so yeah,
I figured that.
surprise, shocker. Can't blame him though. I mean, you both.
I don't
took
think
the
he'll ever
Eagles,
pick them to lose.
No. Next game we have the Commanders at Tampa Bay. We all agree on this one too. I'm really surprised Steve did not take his golden boy.
Wow.
Daniels.
Yeah, I got Tampa Bay by 3.
Yeah. I got him by 4. Steve has him by 7. Steve really is not feeling the close games week 1. He's
No, he's not, is he? I can't
no,
believe he went boy Jaden Daniels.
I know, by 70. Come on. See, I'm
Wow.
a real. I stick to my word. I picked the Cardinals over the Bills because I've been hopping up Kyler Murray.
Let me see who I picked here.
Um, yeah, you picked Tampa Bay by 3. I had him by 4. Uh, I think Baker's just good now. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I think he's just going to outplay Daniels. And the Bucks have a pretty good defense. I could see it giving Daniels some problems in his first game.
Knock it too.
Um,
And it beat Tampa.
yeah, yeah. All right, we got 2 more games here. Both should be really good games, though. Uh, we all agree. We all agree on this one. The Rams at Detroit.
Yeah. I got Detroit 4, I believe.
Yeah, dude. Whenever I was like picking these games, at first I just like automatically clicked the Rams because I forgot the lines are like good now. And I just seen the lines and like the whole rest of my
Right.
life they've just been bad. So I just picked the Rams and I had to go back. I was like, wait a minute,
Right.
they're
They're
good
actually
now.
good.
Yeah. I picked the Lions by 7. I think I think their offense is just good. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't really know what else to say about it.
What's Steve pick?
Steve picked the Lions by 3. So
3.
yeah, I could definitely see that. I wouldn't be shocked if the Rams won that though. That's our
No,
first
I
Sunday
wouldn't
night game
either.
too. So
Especially golf and
Stafford,
Stafford.
yeah, yeah.
They played them
Um,
tough last.
hmm All right, we got our last game here for the first week. Um, it is a great game, I think. Going to be a lot of questions answered in this one about the Jets.
Yes.
Um, it is the New York Jets at San Fran, so that could play a part. But Aaron Rodgers, he's Aaron Rodgers. He's played everywhere and won
Yeah.
about everywhere. So, uh, Mark, I think you're actually the odd man out on this one.
Yeah. I know there's a lot of hype around Rodgers and the Jets, and I believe
Mm,
they're going to be a pretty good team too.
yeah,
But at San Fran, don't at San Fran. Rodgers first game back. I think it'll be
yeah.
a tough game. I think the Jets will give him a good game, but
Mhm.
I don't see the Niners losing this.
I picked the Jets by 3. I think the
What?
Jets
Wait, what did
have
I have them? I got the Niners by like what 4 or something.
5. I think is what the app
5.
says. Yeah.
That's right.
Um, I think the Jets. I think the Jets will have the best defense this season. I think. I mean, dude, Sauce Gardner is like he's just insane. It's crazy how like tall he is for a corner and just how you'd think how skinny he is, he wouldn't be very physical, but he's like
Right.
he'll get up there and I don't know. And a lot of people like kind of don't recognize him because he doesn't have like all the stats. But if you're a corner, I think having no stats is a good thing because that just means they're not throwing your way. And I think
And they
that's
do
how
it
it
for a
is with
reason.
yeah, I think that's how it is with Sauce. I think he's just I mean, I would trade a
I've,
lot
I've
to get
watched
him.
I've watched a few games, and he's really really good. I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
like you said, stats they don't always show it. Sometimes you've got to watch these ball games, and
mm,
if
yeah,
you watch a game of his, you know that he's one of the best on the field.
yeah. And Steve actually picked the Jets here. He went against both of his golden boys at quarterback. He went against Jaden Daniels and Brock
And Brock
Purdy.
Purdy. Well, if they have him by
6
6, Jets by 6.
by a touchdown basically. Um, Yeah, I think and I think this, aside from the Bengals game, obviously, because I'm going to it, I think this is probably the game I'm most excited for. I think, even though the Rams and the Lions is going to be a good one. I think. Actually, let's make that a little side segment here real quick before we end it. What do you got as your game of the week? Looking at all these games,
Let's see.
aside from the Bengals, we'll keep our favorite teams out of it because obviously, whatever your favorite team is going to be your game of
I
the
think
week.
game of the week is going to be Kansas City and Baltimore.
You think so? Our
Yeah,
first game, you think we're getting it first day?
yeah, for
Yeah,
sure. I think it's going to be game of the week.
I think I think it's a toss up between them or Jets Niners, and I think I'm just so excited to see if Aaron Rodgers is going to be like good. So
Right.
I think, and if he is, I mean that game is going to be crazy. Garrett Wilson finally having a quarterback that can like throw it to him.
Yeah.
It's going to be
I'm
fun.
interested to see how their relationship's going to be throughout the season, though, because I've seen a lot, in the preseason training camp stuff. They've been bickering back and forth a lot,
Yeah,
not
I seen
being on the
that,
same page. I don't know what's going on there.
I think I seen. I don't know if it was Rogers or like just somebody around there saying that like if you were there the whole time, you would know that they're like really really close, and that's why they're like doing that stuff is because they're
Yeah.
like they're so close to each other and they have that connection or whatever. Like they know they're not going to get like mad
Yeah,
at
I'm
each
sure
other.
Garrett Wilson's going to have a good season if Roger can stay healthy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But that is all the picks. Now we get to do this every
For
week now.
week one.
Yeah, week one, all the picks are done. Um, some good games, some not so good games. Uh, but yeah, we got
But football's back, baby.
football is back. That's what we've been waiting on here. So
Yeah.
we're just ready to watch some football. Is all it is. And I'm
Yes,
sure
we are.
everybody else is too. But yeah, we will be back next week to see how we done this week and then predict
Predict
next
Next
week.
one.
So it'll be fun. This is how it'll be all season now. So
Stay tuned.
yep, stay tuned. Keep watching. Hopefully Steve will
Let's
be able to
know.
make it
Let's know your
next.
picks.
Hopefully Steve will be able to make it next week. And yeah, I believe that about wraps it up for
Good.
episode 14.
14.
14. All right, peace out.
Later.